Hello, ladies and gentlemen, I am the Grand Cat, and today, well, Team Road to Glory has ended, but we are getting our first team event, our first adventure event, not team event, sorry, and it is going to be War Games, and it's coming tomorrow, and that first adventure card, I can show you exactly what it's going to be, because if we go to the card catalog, we go to adventure, and we scroll down to our... There you can see it is going to be Roman Reigns, and we've also got the image of him. So we're going to be taking a look at the image of Roman Reigns, the Tribal Chief, as the first event card of Adventure tier, which is going to be very, very cool. It's not the first event card that we've had of Season 12. The first one was, of course, Cody Rhodes, but this will be the first Adventure tier one, which is very, very nice to see. So let's go ahead and claim some of these. There is our pro of Jacob Fatu, and I think we can make him into a pro. Let's just take a look at the equipment. So one of these will have the little exclamation mark next to it. Somewhere. Why can't I see it? Let me just go ahead and take a look at this then. It's this one. It's on Ultimate Warrior. I felt like that wasn't showing up there. But now let's go into Combinable. And we should be able to make our pro of Jacob Fatu. Both of them have level 100. Both of them have the 100 matches and their 5 variants. We're going to go ahead and remove their equipment. And we're going to use this image here, I think. Let's go ahead and combine our Jacob Fatu. And there he is. There is our Pro Leagues Jacob Fatu, which is very, very cool. That is the reward that you get for the leagues. And let's go to Trainable. And we'll make sure that that's locked down. And we'll put him into the Performance Center. And let's get him up to his level 105. We'll use the cards that we do not need. Make a pro of that Brawn Breaker. Let's see where that puts us. Level 93. And we are done. And now let's take a quick look at General. And there you can see he's currently just a little bit underneath our Penta, but that's because Penta has more variants. But our Jacob Fatu, he currently has 254.5 thousand in Charisma, 298.5 thousand in Toughness, 316.8 thousand in Speed, and 328.8 thousand in Power, which is very, very cool indeed. We've got some fusions that we can take a look at. Are we going to finally get the Brock Lesnar? Does this Brock Lesnar exist? Game. There we go. We've got 75 of these gold fusion tokens left, and I really want that Brock Lesnar. It's the only one that I want, and it's the one that is just an absolute refusal to give to me. Let's go ahead and claim this as well, because we've got enough of them, so we might as well. And if we look at our quests here, we've got a couple of quests to do, including today's Wild Wednesday. So let's go ahead and grab these. There we get another gold fusion token. We get our 3 regular crystals, our 1 pro forging crystal. We get our super coins, 250 of them. And then we got 2 adventure cards. Wow. And we got a prize Bianca Belair. We got an adventure Cody Rhodes and an adventure Dragon Lee. Whoa, that is huge. That is very, very huge, actually. Let's see how we're doing with the Rhea Ripley. We've played the games in League. We're going to give us a couple of cards here, including a couple of Legacy Rhea Ripleys. And for using the super move, this is going to give us, I think, 10 Legacy Rhea Ripleys. So we need to win 11 more games with Rhea. We need to acquire a lot of Rhea legacy cards, and we can do the super moves again, and that will give us the Rhea Ripley. Let's take a quick look at our daily streak. We can go ahead and get a rare to draft pick. I'm not sure if we really need it at the moment. Let's go ahead and fortify our American Nightmare Cody Rhodes. It's going to be very, very strong. That Wild Wednesday really paying off. There we go. That's enough to get to max level. I think it might be the equipment that's the difference here between CM Punk and Cody Rhodes. Be surprised if Cody Rhodes is actually weaker than CM Punk. But our Penta and Jacob Fatu should both be stronger than them, as they are special editions as opposed to regular cards. Our LA Knight, of course, needs his matches and his variants. That's why the F1 is all the way down there. So don't worry, he will be getting that a little bit later on. Let's see, we've got significantly more that we can do here. We can fortify our Rey Mysterio. And we still have to make the pro of the Ultimate Warrior. Still have to make the pro of Mark Henry. And then we have Zarya and Lola Vice. Zarya we can make into an F1. Mark Henry can make into an F1. And then we can also make the pro ambush. But we don't really need it because the ambush gives minus toughness and charisma, which is exactly the same as our... not the corporate elbow. It's exactly the same as it doesn't matter. And because that's a special edition one, that's always going to be stronger than what ambush is. So that's why I don't particularly care that much. Let's go ahead and take a look at the store. We do have the free bonus pack here. Now, this is one of the interesting things. When we go to claim this one, you see that on the previous one, it just said okay if you've got the maximum amount of Super Showdown tokens. But they gave an update where you can now go ahead and continue. It means that you won't get the Super Showdown tokens, but you will get the rest of the pack. So we're going to continue here. It's got a 5% chance of having the Rhea Ripley in it, and it's also going to give you the Legacy Rhea Ripley cards as well. Unfortunately, we did not get the Rhea, but we still have plenty of time left. This one is a 25% chance and also gives a guaranteed Big Shot Rhea Ripley. Although it does cost 2,650 credits, which is a lot of credits. Oh, the Adventure Boosters now came out. Oh, that's very cool. So we get 15,000 credits, 20,000 super coins, and we also get 2 of the following Adventure tier equipments. So that is very, very nice. Let's go ahead and play our Bunches of Punches, which we have not been doing particularly well on up to this stage. And continued. That is not working out well for us. We also have the Sacrifice Bundle, which gives a 35% chance at a Penta, 750 credits, and then the following. I certainly think the Adventure Boost is a lot better in terms of that. Now let's take a quick look at our... We'll take a look at Boom. And let's see what our 12-win streak today is going to be. It's going to give us 2 guaranteed adventure supports. That's what I like to see. I like to see guaranteed things. So I am definitely going to go for that one. We of course have to do our Crack the Case today. As we're doing that every single day. So we're starting off with 0, 1, 2, 3. There is none of those, which is good. That's some good information to get. 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, there is a 6 and a 7 in the right place. The 4 is in the incorrect place, which means that that second one has to be a 4. So then it's just a case of, well, is it an 8 or is it a 9? So let's go ahead and put the 8 here. We'll go ahead and put the 4 here. And we'll change this one to a 9. Okay, it's neither 8 nor 9, which means that unfortunately this is either going to be a 6 or a 7. It can't be 4 because we know that the 4 is in the other place. It could be either the 6 or it could be the 7. We don't have anything that correlates and tells us that it could be either, so let's just try this one, and if we get it wrong, that's 50-50, then we know that it's definitely the 6. Okay, we got the 50-50 correct there. And once again, the rewards just aren't that fantastic. It's fine if you get it for free. It just doesn't seem to be worth the credits, paying the 500 for the additional one. That's just the way that I feel, at least. So we're of course playing leagues again. We're going to try and once again get on to our 20,000 points to get another 2 shots. The Jacob Fatu and the Lita. Because that will either give us... What could we get? We could either get a... If we get 1 Lita, that's a Pro. If we get 1 Jacob Fatu, that would be an F1. If we get 2 Jacob Fatus, that would be an F2. If we get 2 Litas, it's an F1 Lita as well as our Pro Jacob Fatu. So I'm certainly going to go for this one. I don't know if I'm going to go for getting 20,000 points in League every single time, but this one, it also seems fine. You can see on the leaderboard that I'm currently at 6,500, and of course we still have the challenges left to go, which I've only got the Elimination Chamber and playing Games of Survivor. Survivor is the one that I least like doing because it takes so long. So, what else do we have to do? I think I'm going to... I'll play a quick game of Boom. And just show this off. Now, in Boom, we have pro'd a lot of our cards. So let's see if we've actually got anything that's better than what we had before. So we want to go to negatives, we want to go to all. And it seems that once we pro the Ultimate Warrior, we might be using that instead of the likes of The Rock or the Drew McIntyre. Or maybe even the Bret Hart. I'm not sure. But at the moment it looks like we're using the best that we currently can. So let's just go ahead and jump in and do a quick game of Boom. And then we'll take a look at the Adventurer Roman Reigns event card. And then that's going to be the end of this little video here today. So let's proceed forward. Okay, we're going to use McIntyre here. And that is fine. And I think if we do that, then we should be clear. And then it's just a case of working our way up here. And there we go, we're now at 61,708 points per perfect game that we get, which is very, very cool. And I'll go ahead and dust those. And let's see how close we are to our reward here. We've got around 600,000, just over 600,000 that we need before we get back into this Adventure Boom reward once again. So there we are, and I think that is going to be it for this little video. The next thing to do is to take a look at our adventure card that's coming up. It hasn't been revealed yet, but it should be revealed soon, and I'm going to show you that right now. And here he is. There is the Tribal Chief image, and you can also see what the Adventure event card looks like as well, which is very, very cool. So at level 0, the single Roman Reigns has 91.42,000 in speed. He has 104.6,000 in charisma, 113.9,000 in toughness, and 121.1,000 in power, which is very, very strong, especially considering that we'll be getting a double heroic of that, and that double heroic will be the strongest card in the game so far. And let's take a quick closer little look there. You can see it's got the big WWE statue in the background. Of course, Adventure Tier. It kind of reminds me a little bit of the island. In W2K25. And it looks like there's a big fire portal in the background. It looks like maybe this fire has some kind of movement in the foreground here, at the base of Roman Reigns. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see not only what the single looks like, but more importantly, what the pro looks like. And we'll see how that all looks. So I'm very, very excited to see what this is going to be like, especially when we get that double heroic. I think that's going to be absolutely insane, and it's also nice that it's an up arrow, because we've been getting a lot of down arrows recently, but getting a nice strong up arrow to go with those, such as the Cody Rhodes, the LA Knight from Boom. I'm sure there's other down arrows that I've forgotten. Those are the two that come to mind immediately. But yes, this is going to be a very, very strong and very, very cool little card. And I think with that said, folks, that is now going to be it for this little video, and I really hope that you've all enjoyed, and if you did enjoy it, please give me a like, share, and subscribe, and if you are subscribed, make sure you click that notification icon so that you can see when more of these glorious little videos go out, and we shall see you all in the next video. Goodbye, everybody.